The idyll of Pahalgam, nestled amidst the breathtaking Himalayan peaks, was shattered on April 22, 2025. Gunfire, screams, blood staining the pristine snow. The tranquility of the tourist haven was ripped apart by a horrific act of terrorism. 26 innocent lives were extinguished, their only crime seeking solace in the lap of nature. The world watched in horror as images of the carnage flashed across screens, a stark reminder of the volatile peace in the region. These weren't just numbers, they were families on vacation, lovers on a romantic getaway, lives brutally cut short. The picturesque valley, once a symbol of hope and beauty, now bore the scars of violence and hatred. The attack sent shockwaves far beyond the snow-clad peaks of Kashmir. It served as a grim reminder of the deep-seated tensions and the ever-present threat of violence that has plagued the region for decades. The world held its breath, fearing the ramifications of this brazen act, the consequences of which threatened to spill over far beyond the valley's rim. The echoes of gunfire had barely faded when the terrorist group, the Resistance Front, or TRF, claimed responsibility for the massacre. Their statement, laced with venom and hate, declared the attack as retribution for the perceived injustices against the Kashmiri people. This was not just an attack on innocent civilians, it was a calculated assault on the very idea of peace and normalcy that India was striving to establish in the region. The TRF, a known proxy for the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba, or LT, further inflamed the already volatile situation. LT, with its deep-rooted connections to the Pakistani military and intelligence agencies, cast a long shadow over the attack. This was not the act of a lone wolf, but a meticulously planned operation, executed with chilling precision. The attack brought to the fore the complex web of terror infrastructure operating with impunity in Pakistan, targeting peace and stability in the region. India erupted in anger and grief. The nation mourned its dead, their faces plastered across newspapers, their stories shared in hushed tones. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his voice steely with resolve, addressed the nation. India will not be cowed down by these acts of terror. We will respond, and we will respond decisively. His words echoed the sentiments of millions. India accused Pakistan of harboring and supporting the terrorists, of providing them safe havens and logistical support. The gloves were off. India announced the immediate suspension of the Indus Water Treaty, a decades-old agreement that governed the sharing of water resources between the two nations. The message was clear. Pakistan would be held accountable for its actions. The suspension of the treaty was a major escalation, a stark indication of India's resolve to punish those responsible for the carnage in Pahalgam. The world watched with bated breath as India prepared for its next move. The roots of the conflict run deep, entangled in the tumultuous birth of two nations from the ashes of the British Empire. 1947 marked not just the dawn of independence, but also the beginning of a bitter rivalry over Kashmir. The princely state, with its predominantly Muslim population but ruled by a Hindu Maharaja, became a bone of contention, a festering wound that 3 wars and countless skirmishes have failed to heal. The line of control, a scar carved across the map of Kashmir, became a symbol of division, separating families, friends, and a people yearning for peace. Over the decades, the valley has witnessed countless uprisings, crackdowns, and bloodshed. The dream of a peaceful and prosperous Kashmir seemed to slip further away with each passing year. The recent attack was not an isolated incident, but another tragic chapter in this long and bloody saga.